Hello, my scrumptious ravens. As you can hear, I'm still a little stuffy, a little still sick, but definitely, like, I would say 95% better. So it's nice to be out, and I've just been walking on the track in my area, and what that? Oh, it's my lipstick. Sorry guys, this is probably so gross, but you know, we keep it real up in here. I got my steps in. I got 5,200 steps in, I would say, and that's my daily goal. Ideally, I would like to be able to get 10,000 steps a day, because I've heard that it's a really good number to hit every day, but we shall see. I'm skipping ahead. I will get to that in a moment, but right now we're in the intro section of the video, and I know it has been a very long time since I have last posted something on this channel, and I have been kind of MIA, and I do hope to get more regular in posting things again, because it truly did bring me joy when I did post things. And even if not a lot of people watched, or nobody watched, or whatever the case was, I mainly did it for myself, and it was fulfilling and it felt good. And the purpose of this video, oh my goodness, there's people walking right behind me, so you might hear random people speaking. Excuse me. The main purpose of this video is that I woke up in a very negative state of mind. I have been feeling like on and off like this. Actually, I feel like I've been feeling on and off like this since maybe last year, end of last year-ish. And it's kind of been coming and going and coming and going and coming and going, and sometimes it stays for longer periods than excuse me, than others. But I feel like this time it's kind of been really rough, and I'm just so tired of feeling this way. And if I were to describe how I feel, it's like this last 4 years especially, I've worked so hard in overcoming a lot of my insecurities and a lot of the things that I internally struggle with, and the things that, you know, like the unresolved trauma that I have, that you know, everyone has their own unresolved trauma that everyone needs to work through in order to live a truly happy life. And I've worked so hard on resolving a lot of those things, and I feel like excuse me, just because of things that have happened over the last while, a lot of those things are becoming unraveled and kind of like, you know, they were resolved, they were packaged, they were sealed and put away, and now they're kind of unraveling again. And it just is so frustrating, feeling like you're going backwards in a lot of ways, or going back on a lot of habits that you thought that you had implemented in your life, a lot of changes that you thought you implemented in your life, a lot of just, I'm feeling like I am not the best version of myself right now. And this is with acknowledging that we will always have work to do on ourselves. And I'm one of those people that don't view that as a burden. I view that as something exciting that I don't, why would I not want to get better? Why would I not want to be more amazing? Yeah, I said more amazing because I'm practicing some self-love here. I feel like I feel like I'm okay. I feel like I'm kind of amazing. And I don't think that's a bad thing to say about yourself. That I feel like in itself is a moment of growth, because it took me so long to actually be able to love myself and compliment myself and be like, yeah, you know what? Yes, I do bring something good to the table. Yes, I do have some good qualities. Yeah, there's always room to grow and change and work on things, but yes, I do have some goodness in me. And so going back to what I was saying before, is I feel like a lot of the work that I have put in myself, and a lot of things that I have tried to change about myself and tried to improve, I feel like I'm just getting set back, or things that I've implemented in my life as my own that I took pride in have just been, you know, falling apart and not really playing as prominent of a role in my life as I want them to. And it's really weighing down on me. It's really bothering me. It's like, you know, when, for example, streaming, okay? When I first started streaming 4 years ago, it literally felt like I had nothing. The place I was in my life at that time, I had like super low self-esteem. I felt super invisible. I felt like a burden on people. I felt like excuse me, I was not worthy of anything. And sorry, that guy's really loud. I felt like all of these negative things about myself. And is there something in my lip, guys? I feel like what is that? Ew, sorry, that was so gross. I kept feeling like this blob in the inner corner of my lip, and that's what it was, whatever it was. Anyways, I'm just gonna wipe it on the tissue right here. So what I was saying is, when I first started streaming, that's the kind of mindset I was in. And so I literally felt like I had nothing to lose, and I just wanted to feel less lonely. So I started streaming, which was something that I had wanted to do for a very long time, and circumstances weren't right, didn't have the courage, whatever the case was, didn't do it. And then I started doing it. And even though it started off as like, you know, 0 people for a long time, and then 1 person, and then it slowly grew, it still felt like, okay, sorry. It said that I ran out of recording space. So what I was saying is, yes, that's how I've been feeling. And I feel like all the work that I've been put in for the last little while, it's kind of getting unraveled. And as for streaming, I was in a certain state of mind when I started streaming, and it did the trick. It stopped making me feel lonely. I started, even though there weren't always people around, just being able to talk to myself made me feel less lonely. It was like playing a trick on my mind almost, that the fact that I was being vocal was like I was talking to somebody, and therefore I wasn't alone. And it helped, and it made me feel happy, and it brought so much joy to me, and I was excited to stream, and that was mine. It was something that I created. It was something that no one could ever take away from me, and it was something that literally was like, I could be really bad at every other aspect of my life, but that was something that I felt like, okay, at least I accomplished something. It felt like I accomplished something. And then Raven's Real Talk came out of that, which is something that is so dear to me. It's something I've always wanted to do, have like either a talk show or a podcast in which I speak about issues that are important to me, and I was able to do that. And so I did that, like I created that, and it felt like I had accomplished something. And where I am right now in my life and the way I'm feeling is kind of like I did 4 years ago, where I feel like, not exactly, but there are certain similarities in the sense of like, I feel like I haven't accomplished anything. I feel like there's no like spice to the things that I'm trying to accomplish in life and do in life. Like there's so many things that are just piling up, and I just keep focusing on the fact that, wow, you're so bad at time management, bro. Like you have so much stuff to do. Why don't you just do it? You have so much weight to lose. Why don't you just do it? Oh, hold on. And I feel like all of those feelings are so negative, you know? It's also how I felt like when I started my Fixing My Life series. I was just feeling like I was in this rut, and I was feeling like, I know that there's so much to enjoy about life. I know life is amazing, and I know that there is so much that I need to have gratitude for, but I'm just not able to see it. I'm not able to feel it. And it's a big downer. It's a big downer. That's all I can say. And this whole mood fluctuation thing, I really, really, really don't like it. I don't like it that I have one day or one part of a day where I'm like high, I'm feeling amazing, I'm like super feeling awesome, and then a few hours later I can just feel so crappy about myself and my just and the thing is, like, I know I don't have it bad. You know what I mean? Like, I know, and this is in no way me being boastful or prideful. It's not that. It's me acknowledging that I know that I have so much joy in my life. If I just open up myself to it and start focusing more on that, as opposed to all the things that have gone wrong or have been wrong. And part of that is also just, I don't know, like, am I making any sense? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm just rambling, I'm not really making any sense. But I just don't want to feel so, like, sad anymore, you know? I want to be happy, and I feel like I really, really got to put work into making that happen, because I feel like these feelings, they're like those feelings that if you don't work on, they find a way to creep back into your life, and you cannot let them do that, because they will destroy you and they will take away your magic. And I am so tired of feeling like I'm not magic anymore. I know that there's areas of improvement, 100%. I know that I've made mistakes. I know that I have a lot to grow from. But that doesn't mean that I'm not worthy of happiness. That doesn't mean that I'm not worthy of growth. And feeling like magic. And so I feel like maybe there's a new series that I need to start. I feel like I need discipline in my life, and I feel like happiness can be derived from gratitude, practicing gratitude. I feel like gratitude is at the center of everything. When you feel grateful for, let's say, your body and your mobility and your abilities, you're able to recognize that, hey, this is something that I cherish and I want to make the most of it. I want to do the most with it. And I feel like maybe that'll help me sometimes get out of bed, because I have been having difficulty getting out of bed. Maybe that's going to help me get out of bed. Maybe that's going to help me, focus, turn my focus away from all the things that I'm doing wrong and the things I'm not good at and things that, I don't bring to the table, and focus on remind myself that, hey, there is a lot more to you than just the bad. It's, and I personally feel like confidence is super sexy. Not being cocky, but having confidence. And I have lost confidence in myself. I have lost that. And I want to get it back, because I know I can. I know that I can be a confident person. I have felt that. Like, sometimes I look back at the person who used to do all those Twitch things videos and used to do all of those like crazy funny things, and I'm like, God, like, I miss that person. I want to be that person. I feel like I've lost myself, and I feel like I've forgotten myself. And I know I'm that person. I know that I can be silly and funny, and I know I can be smart, and I can be a critical thinker, and I know I can like bring all of these different sides of myself out, but they're like buried. They're buried, and I need to actively work on bringing them up. And I need to show myself and tell myself that I'm worthy of bringing those sides out. I don't need to hide. I don't need to be small. I don't need to make myself small. It's okay to be at the forefront. And again, that comes with confidence, and I'm trying to figure out like what is going to help me bring out all of these things out of myself. And I feel like maybe at the center of it all is gratitude, because maybe practicing gratitude will help me focus on things that do bring me joy and do bring me happiness. And maybe happiness is what's going to help me blossom and open up again and not make me small and let me open up. So I was thinking maybe I'll start a series called focusing on gratitude, FOG, focusing on gratitude. And every week kind of give myself a challenge of something to focus on. So one week, for example, the challenge is nature. And I make an active effort either every day or at least for the majority of the week to focus on nature. And this could be literally just sitting on grass in the sun for half an hour and really just taking in nature, because that is something that makes me happy. Or going for a walk in a park that I've never been to before. So exploring a new area and also being around nature. That also is part of being exercising gratitude and exploring happiness. Being around nature truly makes me happy, and I feel like when I do look at the trees and I do look at the sun and the greenery of the greenery of the grass, the greenery of the grass, it does bring me inner joy. And I feel like that's maybe something that I can try and see how that series goes. So one week can be nature, one week can be walking, and I give myself and during that time you're not just focusing on the task, you're also focusing on being grateful for whatever it is. So being grateful for walking, that could be I'm grateful for the weather, I'm grateful for access to a track or a park or whatever, I'm grateful for my legs, I'm grateful for the ability to move, I'm grateful for the ability to have the time to go. Like, you start to, the goal is to focus on, okay, what about walking? Like, what are all the things that I should be grateful for that come with this? Or nature, what are all the things that I should be grateful for when it comes to nature? And I feel like maybe this is a way of helping me, because I was thinking about retrying the Fixing My Life series, but I feel like maybe I just need a new chapter right now. I need to focus on something completely new, something that is mine, something that I just is special to me. And I feel like gratitude is something that I've really gravitated towards over the last year, and I feel like this series can possibly be what I need to heal me, because I think I do need a lot of healing. I feel like I'm not the best version of myself right now, and that's really doing a disservice to not just myself, to I think anyone who interacts with me. And I do want to be the best version of myself, primarily for myself and also for my loved ones. So if there's anyone out there also who's feeling these negative feelings towards themselves, just know that I get it. I understand that you don't feel like you're made of magic. I understand that you feel like you've lost your light. I understand that you might feel like you're not worthy of happiness because of possibly things that you're working on, or things that you have done in your past, or things that you have yet to do. I understand that you might feel like you are stuck. I understand that you might feel like nobody truly understands what's going on in your heart. And I will say something that this is for people. This might not be relatable for people who don't believe in God. So if you don't believe in God, just kind of ignore what I'm about to say next. But I was watching this sermon the other day, and it said that the only being who will ever truly understand your pain and everything that you're going through, and the context of it all, and where it comes from, and the depth of it, and how it's related to maybe like something that happened 10 years ago, and something you're holding on to, and like all of the complexities of your feelings, because we are complex beings, is God. He's the one who created you, and He's the one who truly knows your heart and your past, present, and your future. And He is the only one who is able to truly forgive you for your past and your present and your future. And that really just stuck with me, because it made me feel like, damn, that is true. Like, no human is ever truly going to understand the pain I'm feeling, or the struggle I'm facing. Just like I'm never going to understand truly. I can empathize as much as I want. I can truly, genuinely, with a clean heart, sympathize with someone and try to understand what they're feeling and empathize with them and try to be there for them the best way that I can. But I will never truly understand their pain. And there is some comfort in that, at least for me, that, you know what, there is someone that I can always turn to who truly gets me and will always kind of like be there for me and who has never left my side. So I'm also really focusing on improving my relationship with God during this time as well. But as for just like the world, I feel like maybe this series might help me, the focusing on gratitude. So going back to people who might be feeling similar to me, just know that I understand, and I understand that it's a very difficult time, and I understand that you might wake up constantly feeling heavy, and you might feel like there's this aching in your chest every time you go about your day, and there's nothing and no one who can truly unknot your chest, and nor is it technically anybody's responsibility to do that, as much as they might love you and want to do that. It is truly the healing for that, I think, is truly within ourselves. And we are responsible for healing ourselves, and we are responsible for fixing ourselves. And I never would want to put that burden on anybody else. Just like I wouldn't want that burden being put on me for that I'm responsible for somebody else's healing. You know, we all are responsible for our own healing, and we all are responsible for holding ourselves accountable for our past and our present and our future. However, there's a balance between holding yourself accountable and really just dragging yourself through the mud to the point where there's nothing special left about you anymore in your eyes. Like, that's not healthy. Like, no one's winning from that, right? It's about growing, and it's about changing, and it's about improving. At least that's the way I view it. So just know that it is not too late for you to reflect, for you to change, and for you to grow and improve from whoever you were in the past. Whatever you've done in the past, whatever you are doing, you can grow from it. You can change. There might be people in your life that might convince you the fact that, you know what, that's something that you've done, or that's something you've did, you were like this, or this is the kind of person that you were, and you can never change from that. You can never grow from that. They will always view you like that. But just know that at the end of the day, like, everybody is a nobody. It's literally just you. Like, you are the person that needs to go to bed at night with yourself being happy with you. So, by me saying this to you, I'm also saying this to myself. Like, who cares if people think that way about yourself? What is the worst, what's the most disservice that we could do to ourselves is when we start to believe that, and we cripple ourselves from opportunities to grow and learn and become better and prove to ourselves that we can be better. That's truly crippling. That's truly the disservice that we're doing to ourselves. So who cares if people think that you are unworthy of happiness, and you are unworthy of love, and you are unworthy of growth and a second chance and improvement, and you will never make it to X, Y, and Z. Do you believe that? And if you do, just know that I'm there with you. I get it. I understand it. But you are worthy of love. You are worthy of a second chance. You are worthy of growth, especially if and when you are that kind of person who's like, listen, I've acknowledged that these are things that I need to change about myself. These are things that I messed up on. These are things that I don't want to do anymore. And I'm making an active effort to be better. Yes, you deserve a second chance then. Yes, you deserve happiness and to be loved, and you deserve the opportunities to grow, and you deserve to be kind to yourself, and you deserve to be surrounded around people who treat you with warmth and love and kindness. And you also deserve to be happy, and you deserve to learn more about yourself. And ooh, there's a beetle on me. Ooh. God, it just flew on me. Worst timing. Oh my god, I was about to flick it off, but it flew away. Good. So yeah, I just wanted to remind you that you are worthy of all of these things, and you are, like, give yourself that. And again, as I'm saying this to you, I'm saying this to myself. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. Like, I don't want to spend so much time being sad. I want to be better, and I'm not looking for anybody's sympathy. I'm not looking for anyone's anything. I feel sad for myself. I feel sad for myself because I know that there's so much that I can give, and I know that there's so much inside of me, and I know that I'm capable of so much more than I am giving myself credit for, and that I am allowing myself to experience and explore and do. So I'm gonna try to be kinder to myself. Maybe that's what the series needs to be called. Being kind to myself. BKTM. No, that doesn't make any sense, but you guys know what I mean. Anyways, sorry, this video actually got super long, but you know what? It was therapeutic. I told you I do these videos because they're therapeutic for me, and if I can even help one person out there who might be feeling something similar, that's amazing. That is genuinely what I want. Like, I do. That's why streaming is so important to me, because it feels like I've finally created what I've always wanted, like a warm place where people hopefully feel like they can come and they can vent about things and they can be accepted. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like, if people are coming in with a crappy attitude and they're like, accept me the way I am, sorry, that's not how it works. But accepting as in, like, you're weird, your weird is accepted, your clumsy is accepted, your, you know, strangeness is accepted, and it's very special to me. So again, I'm digressing a little bit, but let's just be kind to ourselves, guys. I always say this in all my messages and my closing remarks, but I genuinely mean this, and I maybe have not been the kindest to myself for the last little while. So I'll let you guys know if I end up doing that series. Maybe that'll be a separate video where I like do an announcement like, hey, going forward, I'm thinking about doing this series, and I've committed to this series. But this was more like a venting session slash, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I'm not feeling myself. I've not been feeling like myself, and I'm tired of it. Kind of like a prelude like I did to the Fixing My Life series, where I just said a whole bunch of stuff. And this felt good. This was very therapeutic. It did feel good, and I'm really praying that the rest of my day goes well. Honestly, I wanted to actually make plans with one of my friends that I worked with, and she and I have, like, I mean, we've been talking for the last while, but I actually wanted to just be like, hey, do you want to, like, hang out today? But I'm not fully well, and that's probably not a responsible thing to do. So I guess I'll just stay at home, maybe get some stuff done that I need to get done, or maybe have, or maybe just game, you know, because that always makes me feel better. But again, I'm not trying to look for temporary solutions anymore. I'm genuinely trying to cut the roots. I'm not trying to just game for a few hours and forget and then go back to feeling shitty. I genuinely want to make an active effort to feel better. And I actually want to make an active effort to ask myself the question, does this serve me? And if a person doesn't serve me in the sense of helping me in my healing journey, or adding goodness to my life, then I don't want that person in my life. You know, like those friends, those people, they don't need to be part of my life. Same thing with activities. Is this serving me? Is this something that is making me comfortable? Am I compromising my boundaries for this? If it doesn't serve me, I don't need to be doing that. I don't need to be associating with that activity. And so I'm trying to become more conscious of these things. And also, hey, maybe that's a good challenge for a week of, like, really examining boundaries, for example. That could be part of being kind to myself. Maybe that's what the series should be, being kind to myself. And then gratitude could be incorporated into that. Oh, I don't know, it's a new idea, but we'll see. Another thing I wanted to say is something I've noticed that I do when times get really hard for me or I'm really struggling is I talk to myself. And I feel like that's a really helpful tool. Like today when I was coming out for a walk and I was feeling overwhelmed and I was feeling all kinds of ways, and every other moment I felt like crying, I literally started talking to myself, and I didn't realize it till I said it the second time. So I said, I can do this. So the first one was unconscious when I said that, and then the second time I repeated it, I can do this. I genuinely, like, then it clicked to me, like, oh wow, I'm talking to myself. And then I started kind of asking myself, like, oh, why am I talking to myself? Like, in my head, I was like, oh, like, this is helping. Apparently this is something that I do. And it reminded me that time when I was in Banff, and my knees were like shaking because I was so high up, and I have a fear of heights a little bit. And I ended up going the wrong trail, and the path was so narrow that I almost felt like I was gonna fall off to my death. I started talking to myself and saying, okay, calm down. Okay, I can do this. It's okay. And I was like kind of comforting myself. And that's something interesting that I learned about myself that I do in times of high stress or in times of distress. I talk to myself and I comfort myself. And so maybe that's something that I will actively start doing more often to organize my thoughts, or to just help myself more calm myself down in situations before it gets out of hand and I get to a very emotional state. I don't know, but I wanted to share that with you guys in case that's something that you might find helpful, or you might find helpful, or you also do. Maybe that's something that you guys can incorporate in your life if that's something that might be helpful, or try it out. But again, bottom line, I just wanted to kind of vent about how I'm feeling, what the steps I'm taking to improve are, and maybe help someone out there by sharing this, and to just let you guys know that, hey, there might be a new series coming up. So as always, I am wishing your heart and your mind and your soul and your spirit and your body peace and happiness and good health and goodness. Please choose to be kind to yourself and to others. Stay safe, my boo-boos. Stay scrumptious, my new-noos. And God willing, I'll see you all in the next video if I'm happy and healthy. Take care, and Raven out. Bye, guys. Oh, a couple things that I forgot to say in the video. One is when I was saying, I can do this in my, when I was leaving for my walk, each time I was saying that, I was visualizing something else that I thought was so daunting and that I couldn't do. And that I was telling myself, like, I can do this. No, I can actually do this. So that's one thing. So it's not just saying the words, it's also attaching it with something that you're visualizing that you need to accomplish or do. And second of all, when I was saying that I'm really falling behind in so many things, and there's so many things that I want to do that I'm not doing, those are things that I have acknowledged that I've really struggled with from last year, such as sending out the packages that I promised such wonderful people, such generous people that donated to my charity when I was collecting money for the people of Afghanistan. And if people donated like $100 or more, or $50 or more, they were basically going to get certain things, and I haven't been able to create the things that I have to ship out to them. And it's just been weighing on me because I'm like, these people trusted me. These people, some of them have possibly forgot, and some of them are possibly waiting, but they're giving me that respect and that space because I wrote in my Discord that, hey, I'm going through a really tough time. I'm having a lot of difficulty just like going about my day to day. So sorry, things are a little in the backlog, or I'm struggling with things. And that's amazing of them, but I feel guilty that I'm not able to perform and I'm not able to give them something that they are entitled to as basically as a thank you from me for donating. And there are things like that. My taxes took forever to complete. I have like months and months of credit card statements that I have not reviewed, not reconciled. There are things like art that I've just been working on, my business that I've been trying to start forever. I haven't made any prototypes for the website. Just stream improvements that I've been trying to do, just like things that are very important to me that I've been trying to do, projects at home that I've been trying to complete. There is something for Lemon that I've been trying to complete since January that I've like there are just things piling up, and it just makes me feel very heavy when I am not able to complete them. So you know what? I'm really going to try to make things different, change things, and I don't want to make this video longer, but yeah, I just wanted to add those two things. Okay, bye.